Hello, Gemini. My name's Echo, and thank you for joining me for your June 2025 tarot reading. This is a new moon in your sign, and as you know, new moons are all about setting intentions so we can go forward with a renewed energy and that which we seek to create and change in our lives. I would just like to point out that this is a very communicative sign, and you're all about communication and putting that vibration out there. You're all about thought, collective energy, and social connections. So let's go forward with this reading and see what we have for you in the month of June. Here you have positive thinking. It says, "My life is full of small patches of light. I direct my thoughts to that which brings me well-being. I place what is weighty for me into the hands of the universe. Little by little, the light awakens in my being, and I find serenity." So you're always the kind of person to be kind of high vibration when you're in a room, Gemini, and even if you're not feeling very social at the moment, which is a little rare for you, we all have our moments, we all have our times when we're really not feeling like that bubbly energy in the room. But positive thinking says that you're actually full of those small patches of light. And even when you find yourself in environments that don't entirely give back to you, you're outpouring energy to others, you're still finding your own little happy place, even if it's just, keeping the peace. And I feel like this might have been you in the past, Gemini, because we're all kind of going through some things. It's been a little bit hairy, but I will say that with some of the transits we have coming up for the month of June, there's a lot of interesting energy going on, and I am going to drop exactly what you can expect coming up for the month of June in this reading. Not just for you, but I do have more videos coming up where I'm going to put out what Jupiter is doing, because Jupiter is making some moves. But without further ado, let's go ahead and continue with the tarot and see what it has for you. You have the Nine of Swords in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse, and the Six of Swords in reverse. Okay, all reversals, but we'll take it. So starting off with the Nine of Swords in reverse, the Nine of Swords indicates that you are practicing on getting good sleep, finding your own peace, and this positive thinking may be what's helping you do it in the month of June. June is going to be your birth month, so happy birthday to all my Geminis there. Find times to celebrate, find times to relax, to stay positive and stay upbeat, right? And not just around your birth time, Gemini, but just this entire month. I feel like you're being called to take some of that positive energy you put out to other people and put it back into yourself. Because if you do remember on this card, it says, "Little by little, the light awakens in my being and I find serenity." So you might have been pouring into what brings others peace of mind, what brings them joy, just on the daily level, what is required of you. Are you the person who's jumping through all the hoops and getting all the things done? But now you're looking to pull thoughts away from taking care of everybody's other stuff, because not like you don't care anymore, Gemini. I feel like they've been tended to. But now your social connections are really going to be geared towards something that's more rewarding for you as well. You're not going to be stressing anymore as you carry into the month of June. I feel like stress is kind of behind you because you're focusing on getting all the things done, ticking them off your list, and just knocking them out of the park. Next, you have the High Priestess in reverse. The High Priestess is very powerful. She is the keeper of great knowledge, the keeper of secrets. In reverse, this can indicate that a secret will be coming to light for you. Somebody is going to be revealing that which is hidden, and it may become in the form of either a promise that was made or something that was, "Hey, if you do this for me, I'll do this for you," and you're finding out that they can't really deliver. Someone may blatantly tell you, "Oh, I know I said I was going to do this, but..." Or you're just going to find out in a roundabout way that maybe something was depicted to you in a way that is less than what is absolute truth. Not like somebody lied, but more or less like there was a shorthand. At this time, if you have secrets of your own that you've been keeping, I feel like part of you is being tugged in the direction where you want to divulge those secrets. And I'm not talking about deep personal truths. That's totally up to you, Gemini. We all have free will. But you're really going to see truths about yourself at this time. And those closest to you, I feel like you're going to share, even in roundabout small hints during conversations. Not so much, a heart-to-heart, but if you feel like you're being called to a heart-to-heart, and this will help you, keep that positive thinking. Because when you sit down and you have connections with people, and you do tell them things that maybe you were kind of keeping parts of yourself hidden, parts locked away. This does allow the relationships, friendships, and even business connections to progress. And we are talking about the social sign, this new moon being in Gemini, being called to community, being called to how we socialize, not just that self-talk, but with others. Next, you have the Six of Swords in reverse. This indicates that you may be moving into a more difficult time. On its own, the Six of Swords will indicate that you're moving to more peaceful waters and calmer shores. However, in reverse, this can indicate that something is complicated about you. Like there's a problem that needs solving, or I'm hearing the word conflict. Maybe it doesn't feel like a problem to you because you try to simplify things, and I mean, you're not really big into weighing on the heavy energy. You like to keep things lighthearted. You like to keep things upbeat, kind of easy breezy, that air sign energy that you're so well known for. But you are finding technicalities, little hiccups here and there that you're trying to find ways around, almost like you're navigating difficult waters at this time. And you're just trying to find the best way to step through this, almost like a dance. So if you have a question in mind, I do have a new oracle deck that reads very much like an 8-ball. Yes, no, think again kind of energy. So go ahead and take that question in mind while I do a shuffle, and we will see what this oracle deck has in store for you for the month of June. Okay, so if you have your question in mind, Gemini, go ahead and focus on that real quick. All right, and let's see what the oracle deck has for you. The answer is, this is a sign. So if there is some particular question you had in mind that required almost like a green light, or you were waiting for spirit to get back to you, you were waiting for that aha. We look at things like synchronicity in numerology, seeing certain animals, things that call our attention away from the mundane every day, finding keys, coins, strange objects in strange places, someone uttering a phrase that strikes a chord with us because we had heard it elsewhere, or maybe a familiar song. At this time, a sign is definitely calling out to you, and it may be coming from this actual tarot reading, but it could also be a call to keep your ear to the ground in the month of June, for that which you are asking for will be delivered. The sign will be there, so stay on the lookout, okay? This is a beautiful reading. Thank you so much for joining me, Gemini. I'm wishing you very happy June. Keep your eyes out for some new energies. If you haven't seen the energies I'm delivering in my current readings, I do the little shorts, the card of the day. Who knows, you may find your sign there. Thank you so much for joining me and wishing you a wonderful June, and I'll see you next time.